Okay, we're going to run 2 clips. And the first clip is over halfway through the movie, right? Okay, and what's going on is, and this is from my recollection, you have to understand that I never watched the movie from beginning to end. Okay, I hate violence. So when I see violence, just fast forward it or I switch into channels. Right? Evidently, what has happened in this movie, this Jet Li, right? He's the head of this Kung Fu. It's not Kung Fu. What's it called? Wushu. Wushu is like Kung Fu or martial arts, right? It's Wushu. He's the head of this group. And what ends up happening is, they're doing fighting and competing, and he gets better and better. And then he has a guy come to him in his group, and he's all beat up. And he accuses a competing Wushu group of beating him up, that the leader beat him up. So I believe it's the day he goes over there to the opposing location, and I think they're having a birthday party. It's the other leader's birthday party. And he goes in there and he becomes obstinate. His only goal is to pay the guy back. And I think he ends up killing the guy on his birthday. Okay, then what happens is, I think he finds out that the guy was lying. His guy was lying after he killed the guy on his birthday. Yeah. And then I think they come back and they kill his whole family. Yeah. Right? Is that about right? Mm-hmm. I'm fast forwarding. This is my version. Kill his whole family.
Do you watch the news?
What's that?
Do you watch the news?
I do watch news.
It's pretty violent too.
Like, yeah, but when I see violence, I switch it. Oh, by the way, do you know when you go overseas, the news is much more graphic and violent than it is here? I don't know what it is. I think in America they kind of tone everything down. They control it. They censor it.
It's all censored.
Yeah, which is really amazing. Did you know that your news was censored versus overseas? It's kind of amazing. You go there, and well, it's still news. It's just controlled. Okay, but getting back to this. Okay, so they kill his family and everything. And I remember there's like this fool, right, in the movie. He's a fool, right? Fool is the same in any kind. They're a fool, babbling idiot, right? He starts like teasing Jet Li that he won, he's the greatest. His family's dead, everything's destroyed, but he won, right? And he's so messed up, he runs away into the country. And he ends up being kind of like nurtured by a group of 3. It's a really old lady, a blind woman, and a small kid, right? And they call him Ox, right? So it's going to pick up now. He's all messed up, and they're trying to get him, restore him back to his health and sanity, right? So, are we ready to pick that thing up? Okay, let's start with this group. Okay, I'll give you the keyword, and you give me the ideas. The old lady.
She's type C.
You thought she's type C? Okay, why did you think she's type C?
Because she wants to just give. She's just like feeding him and not really no direction, I guess.
That's interesting. How many of you think that the old lady was type C? Raise your hand. Okay, who thinks she wasn't type C? Okay, let's go back here to Carter. Okay, why Carter?
I thought she was just visionary enough to understand that he'd get over it. And she knew what to do, like get him to work. That'll be good for him.
Hmm.
It seemed like she saw ahead of like what the guy was experiencing.
Wow, that's interesting. Okay, let's go back here. Then come here. Marilyn?
In reference to the old lady, the older woman.
The older woman. There's only the older woman, the blind lady, and the little boy, right?
I just saw her as a figure of peace, and that she recognized that his mind was over energetic, and in order to calm his mind, that he had to physically put him to work.
Okay. Kristen?
We talked about, John brought up a good point. He thought that she was kind of C because he wasn't an expert in planting rice, but they go ahead and put him in the planting rice place. Was that the best spot? I know,
Oh, wow.
maybe helping him out, but was that
Oh, wow. Okay. Woo. That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, somebody answer that question.
But she knew, well, that maybe she was more type A because she knew that that would eventually, he would adopt it, and he would accept it, and he would do well at it, which he did a year later.
Okay. You made the comment, right? That she had wisdom. Why?
She's old.
Excellent. Because she's old.
Well, that's what I said. She had years of experience, and she knew that he could learn.
Okay. What was the old lady's objective in sending him to the rice field? Was it to make him an expert?
No.
Had nothing to do with planting rice. It was to help him recover his sanity. Yes, it was nothing to do with the rice paddy. Okay? I think she was not type C. Whether she was a true type A, debatable. We might not have enough information. But I thought she had wisdom also. Yes, Brian.
I don't know. I feel like just judging her as wise because of her age is incorrect.
Oh, you have seen old people who are not wise.
Yeah. Well, in your logic,
That's true.
Off as a type C, just
That's
because you're
true.
older, you're going to be wiser than you once were. Doesn't make you wise.
That's true.
And we only saw her do one clip, and no offense, but almost every person I know of that age would just tell me, just go do something with clear your head. If everyone tells me that, then that doesn't make them all wise. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
That's true.
So what we got from there regarding the old lady was inconclusive.
Okay, let's respond to that. Ashley, you? Who wants? Yes.
You don't live to be that long in the rural countryside without developing some healthy sense of wisdom.
Whoa, whoa.
So by your logic, you say all the dumb people die off?
The average age in Botswana, right, is 35. That's how long they live.
So is everyone in Botswana not smart?
Let's see, 35. Yeah.
Well, that's the average.
Yeah.
That's not everybody's age.
That's the average. That's the medium age where people die in Botswana.
I think a lot of people
35 years old. And do you know how they die, Brian? They get in car wrecks. No, I'm being honest with you. I'm not kidding here. I couldn't believe that myself. Another thing about Botswana, they tell you if you have like a little illness or you have to remove something because it's causing you pain, don't do it in Botswana. Because when you come out, half the time the people are dead. Yeah.
Where's Botswana?
It's way down there in Africa. Right? Down by, right above South Africa. And I've been there, right? And I couldn't believe it. Right? How young people die. And it's because they're not wise. My research partner for the Bank of Botswana was under 35 years old. He had this fabulous position and this real fast car. And on one of my trips when I was over there, he must have gone 80 miles an hour. Car left the road, hit a pole, sheared the car, killed him. All right? And he was, really a visionary guy, I thought. But he was going too fast. So, anyway. But you got a point. But that is also a good point. But I know she's a visionary lady for some other reason.
I think often people confuse wisdom and
Yeah, that's true.
She didn't have to be intelligent, but she saw what was wrong with him, and she saw
Yeah.
what he needed. So, in essence, that gives her wisdom.
Okay, I have a different way I know that, even though it's only a movie. Does anybody guess how I know that she was pretty wise? Yeah, that's true. I've seen more of the movie. That is true. You're good. No, there's another way. I can feel it in my heart. When I talk to somebody for 2 or 3 minutes, I can feel it. Now, how did I get that way? By understanding the environment, right? But I can actually tell. Yes?
I agree with him though, the intelligence and wisdom thing. My great-grandfather, he wasn't that intelligent. He was actually a high school dropout, but he, over the years, he gathered enough experience. It was the experience of the world and the environment around him gave him a wisdom that a school couldn't teach. It was kind of like something that you can't learn in books.
Right.
But the man had a reason for everything. And it was a logical explanation for why things happened the way they did.
Yes.
And I mean, he could teach you a million things, and still he left behind a pretty good legacy. But he wasn't intelligent, I guess. He was just very wise. He was wise beyond his time.
Okay. Yes. Now,
He hated violence. He hated terrorism. He hated all
okay,
these things.
what you just said about, people don't get like educated, but they have experience. There's a book called The Millionaire's Mind. Somebody actually did a survey of all the millionaires. Were they A students or C students? They were all C. The average grade for a millionaire that went through school was C. And who works for them today? All the people who got the A's. And it's like a rule in that book. It's called The Millionaire's Mind.
Like college grades or like
College grades.
dropout?
College grades. And then you find out a lot of these guys, right, who are really brilliant, who made breakthroughs in life, did what when they went to college? Yeah, dropped out. Yeah, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, right?
Yep, Steve Jobs,
I mean,
Facebook guy.
because they're too what? The school isn't made for them.
The visionary.
Yeah, they're too visionary. They can't stand listening to somebody go on and on. Right? It's kind of interesting. So remember that. Okay, let's move on. The old lady. The young boy. Shall we discuss the young boy? What was the strength of the young boy? Yeah, honesty and what? He could observe, right? Yeah, okay. The blind lady. What's that?
How did she know the rice paddy was missing?
That's a good question. Yes.
They probably knew that he wasn't going to do a very good job because he's going out his first time. And they were just like, go out to the rice paddy to plant him. They knew he was going to mess up.
Yeah, Brian, you asked the best questions. That is true. How did the blind lady know that? I don't know the answer to that.
I don't think anyone was cool enough to tell her that the paddies were messed up, expecting that she would go out and fix them.
But, yeah. Somehow she knew, right? She could have gone down there and done what? Just gone through and gone through a couple of rows, right? Okay, but what was good about the blind lady? Yes.
It was like how you were with your kids when you said like no control, like you weren't gonna tell them to do the dishes, but when the dishes were done, you kind of go do it. I kind of felt that was the same thing here.
She believed in no influence. She told everybody not to go tell him, right? Let him sleep. She'd go fix it. Yes.
She also, for being the blind one of the village, she seemed to be the most active. The second one was doing the work, but she seemed to me to be the one doing the most work. She cooked. She went out and fixed his mistakes.
Right.
She didn't hardly say anything, and when she did, but I don't know, she seemed like, I'm trying to find a metaphor here.
she actually, believed that she couldn't influence, right? He couldn't do it. She
Stop what she was doing.
absolutely. Very good. She didn't let her constraint stop her from being great. Get a blind lady. Phenomenal. Yes?
She was also patient.
Very patient. Very patient. Now, some of you are not old enough to be in this position. But that is the hardest thing to do when you see something going wrong, not to say anything. Just to correct it. And when the people ask, tell them how to make it better. Yes. Very hard to do.
See, well, that's like kind of exactly how I am, and I don't struggle with it. But I think that like there's other people around me that, as soon as one little thing goes wrong, they're the first to bring it to your attention. But for me, I'm gonna be like, if I have to ask, it's not really worth it. I'll just do it, and I won't complain or bring it like, oh, I did this for you. But other people will be the quickest people to say it, right?
You're okay. Now look. Yeah, look. You really have to be patient with those people who try to tell you. Okay, because why?
Because you're not going to change them. You're not going to. You can't control or influence them. You just can control yourself.
Okay. Somebody give me another reason.
They're not going to change.
What's that?
What you see is what you get.
No. I want another reason. I want you to apply what we've learned in this class.
They're not going to change. Well, I realized all that.
Okay, wait a minute. Somebody talk to me.
What is the question?
Did you hear what he said? He said he won't mention it when he sees other people doing something wrong, but the other people always point out to him when he does something just a little bit wrong. And the question is, talk to me about those people who identify every little thing you're doing wrong and then they tell you.
I think there might be some hypocrisy there.
Okay, hypocrisy.
People who are quick to judge are people who do the problems themselves.
Okay. Give me something else that's a little more profound that IMT explains.
Like pushing on each other, like he's not pushing back on them in any way, so he doesn't have that pressure like on the molecule, but they're pushing into his molecule and trying to force him that pressure.
Do we have more type A's or more type C's? The type C's job is to do what to the type A?
So you grow.
It's called their
In other words, the type C's are there to help you build patience. They're your saviors. Without them, you'd be lost. You'd be like him planting the rice the first time.
Ones are both my parents. So that's probably why, because I've been around it my whole life. Therefore, I try to be as patient as possible.
Okay, who also feels a little like that sometime in their life about their parents? Okay, we got to get over it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we got to get over that. They're just doing the best they can.
But not, well, I didn't mean to.
No, but what I'm saying is, those people are just meant like they're handpicked by you. Planting the grass, right? What happened when he was planting the grass? He thought he was in competition again. And there is no competition in life. Who is the competition in life about? Self. Didn't understand that, man. Going like crazy, right? How good did he feel when he saw the blind lady replanting all his rice? Whoa, wow. What an education. And then the blind lady not only told him how to plant the rice, what else did the blind lady do? Explained about life. So what is the rice field? It's life itself. Did you see where it turned from summer to fall to winter and then back to spring again and they're planting grass again? What does that tell us? We're like somebody planting rice, right? How long are we going to be planting rice? We're going to grow old, we're going to die, and somebody's going to be planting the same rice. The whole thing will never change over time. History repeats itself, right? Does that make sense?
I think it had a lot to do with like the person as the environment and
All of that plays.
said respect your.
Absolutely. Okay. Jacob wants to run the other tape because that's even better. Okay, so let's run. Okay. See, in the Chinese version, when he says that none of the wushu styles are better than each other, then the other guy goes, then why do we fight? And then he says, to find out who we are. I'm going to. It was in there? Did I not hear that? And then they had a part where he's asking him about the tea. In the Chinese version, it says, there is no good or bad. No good or bad tea. He said it in a different way here. Yeah. Okay. What do you all think? So what's the grades of tea? No, it's not the same. What does it represent? Okay, wait a minute. Wushu stand for?
Individuality.
Yeah, it's really everything, right? Really, what he's saying is that there is no good or bad, right? And he's talking about competition, right? What's he say about competition?
That you compete to discover yourself.
There is no real competition with anybody else. It's just something inside. You compete to find out who you are. Right? It's the true athlete. Anybody else have anything about drinking tea? Okay. Okay, so let's get down to the nitty-gritty now. Okay, why did we show you this? What's your greatest task in this class? To find out who you are. And find out why you're going through what you're going through. And try to figure out what you need to do, right, to improve yourself. You should have learned in this class that this whole thing is about you finding out who you are, becoming the best that you can be, regardless of what you do. And that nobody does what to you? Controls you. Right? No one controls you at all. Okay? That's really brought out in this movie. And when you look at all the great people, you'll find that these people always had what in mind? Others. Trying to help others.